All right, what is going on, everyone, and welcome back to more Black Desert. So we are concluding the end of week 3 in our August progression. Every week I like to do a quick update on what's happening on the channel, current events and everything. So hopefully you guys have been following along every week and have been learning stuff. So before we get into the actual game news, I made a little screenshot of my uploaded videos just in case you haven't seen any of them or you're just now catching up. So we'll talk about that and then progress in game and all that stuff. So yeah, from week 2, our update video, we did some cool stuff and we had some more interesting videos to talk about. So yeah, the first one was 7 days ago, I believe, and we talked about what happened that week, what kind of gains we made. And yeah, so this is the end of the 3rd week. So the next video we had was talking about the infinite potions. And as you guys know, that's been a big change this week because potions are now able to be sold on the market and also being put into the family inventory. So if it looks like this in game, you can put your potions in there. And you can also sell the potions if you want to. So the way you find it would be under consumables, potions, and these two. So right now on the NA server, you can actually just straight up buy the health potion, which I think of the 2 potions, the health one is more mandatory because if you want to grind potions and never have to think about it again, I truly think this is the one you should be getting, the health one. So if you can get it at min price, now is absolutely the time. That is my opinion. And the mana potion it's probably going to go to max, let's be real. And the reason why is because some people just don't like gathering. So that's about it. But other than that, once it hits max, I'll probably sell mine, to be honest. And that's going to be a nice 20 billion. And yeah, so if you were too lazy to grind for it, you can buy them. And if you are waiting for the mana potion, probably about next week is when it's going to hit 20 billion and then everyone's going to dump theirs. So just put an order on max and there's a good chance you'll get it. So good stuff, right? All right, so what else are we talking about in game? We talked about the infinite potions, like is it worth it to gather it? So you want to watch that one if you're just interested in my thoughts and opinions. Next one, we have the Global Labs upcoming changes. So basically, we talked about class buffs. I believe at Zerker, Warrior, and Lawn. Those are the ones that are getting buffed this time around. And I give you my thoughts and opinions because that was a hot take and there's a lot of controversial stuff that especially the community was not happy about either. So I think it's pretty interesting. You can hear my opinions as a person who actually plays the game. And you just wonder like what goes on in Pearl Abyss's balance team, and you're just like, okay, well. So next thing we had is the introduction to life skills and how to start in 2023. So that video I think is a good one because a lot of people are new to the game, and if you've ever come from another MMO and your goal is to get max level, do the highest raids and everything, get the best gear. We talked about the other side of it in terms of life skilling. I go over all the different life skills there are, how to get into it, and what are some things you could do as a beginner player to get into the whole life skilling side of it. And we talk about like profits and everything. So yeah, I think that's a good one, especially if you're a new player. The next video we have is testing the new Gyfin Underground. So it's not a new spot. It's a spot that's for high-end players, but has been buffed recently. And overall, I think it was a good change. Like, it actually feels like I make silver there and XP. So it is a very competitive spot now, especially for all the endgame players. But the silver is decent. So was the XP. Next video, we had the Ulukita, the region, which is the new one that came out with this week's patch. Basically, as of right now, there's only 2 different grind spots, and those 2 grind spots are for endgame players. They drop some crystals, or like the things to make the crystals. It's upgraded Elcars, and it's one of those things for endgame players that if you get it, it's nice to have, but if you're like a mid-game player, it's not really anything to worry about early. Plus a new telescope, and yeah, it's a new region. It's not for new players, but I assume new stuff will come out soon. And the final video as of yesterday, we talked about my weekly activities and events recap. So things that wouldn't really have a specific guide in mind. We just kind of talked about it. So it's one of those things, that video you have on in the background, and you just hear my thoughts and opinions on a lot of upcoming changes. So yeah, I think that was pretty cool. So this week was a lot of informative stuff, and yeah. So what happened in game? As you guys know, the tag system is on, and I've been trying a lot of different classes, right? So as you guys know, right now we have a Woosa tagged. Everyone knows why. It's not even a secret. Woosas are kind of cracked, and if you want to grind in like really easy mode, Woosa is the play. And so I've been learning it slowly, and like honestly, I did my first hour at Ash Forest yesterday, or not yesterday, earlier today. And my first hour grinding on a serious spot, and I did the same amount of trash loot as my Dark Knight, and I didn't really even know what I was doing. So I just looked up a video and I was like, okay, these skills do this. And like, I don't even understand this. Like after playing Dark Knight for like 5 years, Woosa is like, okay, let's just AoE down everything with high damage, and back attacks, what are those? You just AoE it and it's gone. So yeah, I really like Woosa. I'm not sure if I'll keep it all the way to the end of the event, but as of right now, we have it tagged. And yeah, I'm having a lot of fun with it. The other classes I unironically thought about tagging with, while we still have the one thing tag, is either a Megu, Warrior, maybe Valkyrie or Lon. But I know Zerkers are getting PvE buffed as well, but and I don't know. I don't really enjoy playing Zerkers as much, even though I know it's like easy mode 4 buttons or something. But so is Woosa, and I'm just trying everything out while the event's still going on. And if you want to grind easy, Woosa is the play. So what have we done in terms of progression this week? So we have 48 billion. In the beginning of August, my goal was to basically save up enough for the Deboreka, and what I want to do is eventually go for a Pen Deboreka necklace. That's the goal. But I think what I'm going to do is save up enough for a Tet Debo, and as we've been grinding Ash Forest, I've been getting a lot of bases. By a lot, I mean I have 8 of them, I think. Let me just check. And yeah, so I have all of these, some grinding, and honestly, Ash Forest has got to be one of the worst grind spots. I think I get 1 earring every 4 hours, maybe 5. And then I got one with Woosa, which is pretty nice. But anyway, the goal is to get a lot of bases and then get a Tet, and then I expect the worst to happen. So yeah, then after that, what we've also been doing is pre-ordering costumes. Now, this has been an ongoing thing for the past probably 5 months, I think, whenever that happened. So we have 78 costumes right now. And I think what we're going to be doing is whenever we get a Tet Debo, we're just going to save up enough necklaces, and then we'll do a big enhancing video. And honestly, you know what would be the best thing that can happen is I just one tap a pen, and by one tap I mean I've already failed 4 pen attempts, but I mean in the session. So yeah, I'm hoping that sometime maybe September, if not October, we'll save up enough Cronstones, enough Debo necks, and be able to get a Tet, so we could just do clicking session. And whenever the infinite potion goes to 20 billion, I'll see about selling it, and hopefully you guys can get yours for all of you who need it. So yeah, this is what Endgame feels like. It's grinding out a lot of silver and hoping for the best. So yeah, I've been having a lot of fun on Woosa. Hopefully you guys have found a tag that you guys have enjoyed as well. What I wanted to do as well is grind in the new region. So we talked about this in the other video, so this is where it is. It's under Altanova. And honestly, right now, there's not really much to do, but there's 2 grind spots, right? The 320 AP zone, Tungrad Ruins, and City of the Dead. They both give things where you could upgrade your fail stacks. So these Essence of Devouring, basically you combine 4 of them, and then you get an Origin of Dark Hunger. And when you get an Origin of Dark Hunger, it works the same as like the event one. So remember how it just went up to like a 230 stack? I think this one goes up to a 300. I need to confirm that, but I'm pretty sure that's what I've heard. So it can go up to a 300 stack, which is ideal because if I'm going for a Pendebo, I am going to try to get the highest percent I can. So I might actually have to grind this out as well. And just ultimately, I think at the end of the day, a 300 stack for a Pendebo is probably like 15%. So 1 in 6, which still doesn't feel good. But yeah, welcome to Endgame. This is what it feels like. And yeah, if you guys have any other questions, I have cool stuff coming out next week. We did some tier 10 attempts, tier 9 attempts, and we're just overall just trying to make some progress slowly. And I think we're getting close. So hopefully by the end of the week, more people will be selling Debos, and I could probably buy it. It would be nice if I could actually, if the price just kept going down a little, so I can, if it goes down to 70 billion and then we just sell the infinite potion, we'll be able to get it next week. That would be nice, but ultimately it's not really a big deal. So yeah, expect some more cool stuff. I have some interesting topic videos that I want to talk about next week. I'll save it till then. And that's about it. So thanks so much for watching. Hopefully you guys have a fantastic day. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. I would love to see you guys come back. I make videos for new players, returning players, and people who are just looking to get better at the game. So yeah, hopefully you guys find something, and more links to everything in the playlist. If you want to follow me, join the Discord if you have any questions and all that good stuff. So yep, see you guys tomorrow. Peace.